Hi, I'm Ara Veney, and this is my wife, Ashley Veney, and we currently live in Fort Worth, Texas. We came here from California, Los Angeles, and we both just felt like we needed to move to Texas, and we both kind of chose this area independently from each other.
We came out just to survey the land, so to speak, and we were here for 4 days. We prayed the first day we were here. We went to church, where we're now members of 4 years at Eagle Mountain. And at that moment, we knew this is where we're supposed to be going to church. This is where our new home church is supposed to be. Our kids, everything, there was something for all of us. Our very first house we looked at is actually our current house that we're living in.
And then, we lived through our first Texas storm, like major one.
Yes.
Mini tornado blew through and took a lot of the roof with it.
The side of the house that we don't normally see was completely missing shingles.
Yeah.
And so the wood of the roof was exposed. So we went, after that storm, we went days before another set of storms came through, just rain, and that rain is what leaked through our son's room. And that's how we realized, oh, this is a major issue. I mean, in between this time, we're trying to talk to our insurance and have people come out and give us quotes and just understand what's going on. And then it's like, we need to do something now because water's coming into our house.
We get some quotes on just basic entry-level shingles just on the roof of the house, and they're like, $7,000. And we're just like, we just have to believe God for, the ability to fix this roof, which was great timing because Pastor George, this was during the time when the Student Life Center at Eagle Mountain was being built. And so Pastor George had us fill out these, what do you call them, faith project cards.
Faith projects.
Yeah, and so like number one on
our list.
roof, new fence, all of these things. And so, whenever we had an opportunity to sow a seed into like our faith project, new roof was at the top of that list. So we just sowed and believed and sowed and believed. And one of our next door neighbors has a gutter company. That's what they do. And so he comes driving up and he goes, "Hey neighbor," because we hadn't seen each other in a while. He goes, "My wife and I were talking and we feel like we're just supposed to do your gutters for free. We needed gutters." And so I said, "Hey, we like whenever you're ready, but we kind of need a new roof." And he goes, "Yeah, okay, I'll check it out." So he walked around, he goes, "Neighbor, you need a new roof." He goes, "But here's the deal, I work with a company and they're really good at fighting with insurance companies." So he called his buddy and it came over and talked to Ashley and looked through our paperwork.
And he was outside. I mean, he looked at the paperwork that we had from the insurance, looked at the information from other roofing companies that we had. He walked around, looked at everything, and then he told me that he was going to go home and go back to his work and then look at everything, and then he'll call us back with a plan of something. And so I said, okay. So then he calls back, not even a half hour later, and he said, "So I've talked to the boss, and basically we've been looking for a family that we think would be good to have a brand new roof, and we wanted to gift this roof. Would you want us to come and do your roof for free?" And at this point, I said, yes, we would love that. Just in tears, because who does that? Out of nowhere. I just met this man earlier that day.
The job that we would have been able probably to pay for was the basic standard issue, and that was still about $7,000. This was like the fully upgraded, brand new tile. They had a huge crew and just all day knocked out this entire roof.
And then it was about a week later.
Maybe a week later.
I think it was a week later.
My neighbor's driving by, and he has this huge truck. He comes pulling up in the driveway and tosses me a color sample. He goes, "Choose a color, let me know." So I went in, we talked about a color, and then we're still kind of in shock over the roof, and is this guy really gonna put gutters on the house for free? So we go over to him and he goes, "Hey, that's a great color." He was like, "My guys will be here on this day." And so we get another ring and he goes, "We're all done." And they wrapped the entire house
in gutter,
top floor, all the way around. So within 3 weeks, brand new roof, brand new gutters. To see God move in that situation, and to see a faith project and have us sow, to be able to reap that harvest was
but also learning how to reap. Pastor George and Sister Gloria did a whole series on reaping the harvest, which was so new to me. I'd never heard of that. I just thought you sow, and then it'll plop in your lap at some point whenever the timing is right. I didn't know to be diligent and calling that forth. I didn't know to do that. And so I'd gone through that entire series over and over and over and over again.
It's just an amazing thing where it's like, although my natural yearly income hasn't increased a ton, how far like our dollars have stretched and what we've been able to do. And it's hard to explain, except for, God is good. And we know that the seed that we've sown with KCM being partners in the seed that we sow every month to Eagle Mountain International, like we're sowing seed into good ground.
Really good ground.